I'm gonna let you say something to the group, but not right now. We're gonna wait till we get a little more fellas in here, right? Yeah, but we just want to acknowledge you. And Boo, give me an update on you. What's happening?
Yeah, we haven't been coming to group because I got a job at a restaurant Depot and I started at like 9 o'clock. And I went to 7.
Uh-huh. Restaurant Depot? Where's that at?
Oh, that's when they got all the food and stuff for restaurants and wholesale.
Oh, okay.
It's like Costco for
Sam Club.
Oh, yeah. But okay, well, did they pay you good?
No, so they paid me like $13.
19?
13.
Okay.
But it was very close because my PO, she was like, well, gotta get a job.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't have my driver's license, so let me find something closer.
Right.
And, if I do, I'll go. So
Right.
I found that. I'll probably people in our field, but they were the 2 closest.
Sure. Yeah, so I was trying to, we would have had you a job, man, but I'm just glad you're here. So you're working, and look, Chris Sherman, Tierra took Chris Sherman to Faribault to get his driver's license. Because, outside it ain't like it is in Independent Rams. You got to wait till whatever. So he took him up to Faribault. They took the test and got him licensed. You need to talk to Tierra when you get a minute. If you want to go quicker than November, come on, just talk to him. Give Tierra a hand for that, man. My brother, Tierra, that was an all-day affair, and he still busted in here with ice cream and cake for Mr. Freeman here. Mm-hmm.
What happened with you?
He took like he did you. He took you to he took you to Hastings. That's where you went. Took him to Faribault, and they ran into a guy. Nothing coming up. He ran into a guard at Faribault, and Tierra said the guy recognized him and put his head down like he didn't see him. Yeah. So anyway, while we just are just small, let me just say this, man. Last week we gave out them COVID testing packs. Did you get one? Did you get one?
Yeah, I took it. I'm waiting on my
Larry, did you get one?
come back now.
Okay. So here's why we did that. Everybody in here I'm looking at, I know it's vaccinated. We're not playing that no vaccination. But the new variant, Delta, is strong and it's serious. And it's really, this is unfortunate, but those individuals in those states who are not taking the vaccination seriously are now super impacted by the Delta variant. We were progressive, so we started very early vaccinating and testing. Now, we don't want to go to sleep on that. Hey, Mr. Brown, come on in. That's the sign right there. And but we don't want to go to sleep on that. So we have the test here. So then what you do, you in a packet. Wayne, you want to give me one? Yeah. Hey, son. You take it right here? Yes, sir. You can take it right here. Absolutely. Yeah, you will take it. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. And hey, Corey, you all right? Okay, good. Corey went to take his test. Tierra took him too. And Corey said that one of them cones jumped in his way.
Got in my way.
Yeah, and he killed it. No, no, I'm sorry. And so, Corey, what you tell him what happened?
So I went to take my test out in Rochester, man. I parallel parked.
Mm-hmm.
ST, I did perfect on that. But it's when I was pulling out, somebody placed a cone right there in front of me.
Yeah.
And I ran over the cone, man, and she's like, I was gonna keep driving, but she's like, no, you go ahead and you can park it right now.
Right.
So next time I have it though.
There you go. Give him a little hand for that. We tried to get it. We'll get it next time.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see if we can find out who that scoundrel was that put that cone over there like that. But look at what I was saying to you real fast. This is what the test looked like. It's in this pack. If you didn't get one last week, you'll get one now, and then or tonight. And then so everything is self-contained. So when you open up, this gives you the instructions, and here these instructions. You go to your phone and go to this website, covid.vault, VLT, hey son, .com. And then that's going to bring you up to a little scan deal. And then you scan it, click, and your phone is going to react to it. And that is the way they are going to track your test, because then you're going to expectorate, that means spit, into this little tube right here, up to the line right there, and then screw on this little blue pack, shake it up, put it in your sample kit, put it in the UPS bag like this here, and then mail it off. At UPS, you have to take it to UPS. If you don't know where to go, you can bring it here. But UPS is free. Not the post office, but UPS, a little different. There you right. That's the one I'd go to drop it off. And then the test results on this come back pretty quick. Like I got mine back. How long is that? So they've been quick. So, but I'm just up here saying, excuse me, I'm just up here saying, let's don't go to sleep on this. We've been doing a good job about vaccination, but just because we're vaccinated doesn't mean we're going to sleep, right? So everybody's going to go and get this. I want to bring something up to y'all while I got a chance to. Y'all, some of y'all know Mr. Jeffrey Powell right here. This is Jeffrey Powell. Now, Jeff wasn't a pop guy per se, but was referred to us by actually Eliza, a pop guy. Mm-hmm. And so Jeff had a situation with the Department of Health and Human Services. I'm gonna let Jeff explain to you what his situation is. Jeff, just go ahead and tell us what happened with it.
Can you see it? The beginning of what happened?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Down a little bit.
I'm a 3-time felon.
Mm-hmm.
Gangbanging is real good. So I've been arrested a lot. And I had been trying to change my life, man, so I was going to school to become a licensed alcohol and drug counselor.
Yeah, talk up a little bit, Carl.
Jeff, can you speak up a little bit, because we're talking you online too.
So I got out there. I got involved with addiction, and I've been hustling pretty much for 30 years, and I got addicted to the drugs I was selling.
Right.
So I spiraled downhill, man, and ended up being homeless. So got myself together. God called me.
Jeff, tell us what kind of drugs you were selling.
Meth.
Hey, look here. He's the first black meth dealer I ever know, man.
I was the only. They were scared to sell it, but I had to come up with great ideas for them to get it right. You know what I mean? I was only doing something at the time. Only black people selling at the time. But I wanted. God called me, man, changed my life, so I went to treatment.
Yeah.
Became a certified peer recovery coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to school. Started going to school for my LADC,
Mm-hmm.
and my background was hindering.
Right.
I applied for a set aside like twice. And they
applied to who? So everybody knows.
applied to the DHS
Mm-hmm.
For a set aside in order for me to work with vulnerable adults.
Mm-hmm.
So I got disqualified, and then I reapplied,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't get the reconsideration.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take it to the appeals court, because I wanted to fight this, because my background is mostly my drug use, or stuff that's drug related or alcohol related at this point. So I reached out to Elijah. I knew him from the ACLU because I worked with Keith Ellison
Mm-hmm.
while I was in treatment. And he introduced me to Shane, told me he can help me out. So it took us a year to appeal it. So I've been working with Shane with this for about a year. The only way they could reverse their decision is if they get an okay from the Attorney General or the appellate court.
Right.
that DHS couldn't offer me that.
Right.
So I've been working with Shane on this appeal, and man, I've been working. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure stuff got in because I really wanted it. It was a passion of mine. I think it's a calling for me too.
Right.
So while all this stuff was going on, all this stuff was going on and the wait and all this and all that stuff, I ended up starting my own recovery community organization.
Right.
The Minnesota Hope Dealer. So I wasn't waiting for just no decision.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I became the executive director now of my own recovery community
Give him a
organization.
little dap.
I was in school. So I decided to keep pressing on and still work on this at the same time.
Right.
So me and Shane finally got everything together after 20 years.
Wow. Wow.
And we was able to get it here at the appeals court.
Mm-hmm.
By that time I was able to gather up some letters and some stuff and different type of stuff and whatever. And I was praying on this, you know what I'm saying? Because this is something that I really wanted to do. So I got a call the other day from the Assistant Attorney General. And she told me that she was going to grant me the set aside without going to the appeals court.
Come on, give him some love. Give him some love, man.
I mean, now I finished all my courses for my associate's degree. And I do that as my internship.
Right.
That the DHS set aside was the only thing that was hindering me from getting my associate's degree. So all my coursework is done. All I have to do is just the 880 hours of my internship, and I graduated in May.
Yeah.
If I start my internship now.
Yeah, give him some more love, man.
It's they putting to the side your background.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They set aside your background to allow you to work with no supervision around people with addiction and stuff like that.
Great.
So that's a blessing, man. I started my bachelor's degree in the fall too. I'll be doing it in the road.
Man, I had never filed an appeal with the Minnesota State Court of Appeals. It took me 6 times to get the structure right. Six times. Hey, sir, they sent it back 6 times. Somebody say 6 times.
6 times.
Man, 6 times. And we kept correcting it and kept refining it and getting it situated. And finally, this is our argument. We argue 304-.25, competent evidence of rehabilitation. What we said was that in spite of his past, that we are able to demonstrate competent evidence of rehabilitation, which is a state law, and that we're asking the court to be obedient to the law of the state and allow him to set aside to operate.
Right.
And then we packed it up with Jeff's accomplishments, which was many, and there were many when he first approached us. That's why we took it, because obviously this nigga was trying to get his thing together. He wasn't playing, you know what I mean?
Right.
No games. Somebody say no game.
No game.
Now, if you don't come up here, you ain't playing no games, and you trying to get a set aside, we're gonna figure out how to work with you.
Right.
And so they came back and called him on the telephone and said, man, we're not going. And I mean, the last appeal, our last brief was so specific. We were saying, like, just obey your own law. But the same law I came to you all with in the penitentiary, competent evidence, is what we use. And they ended up saying, you know what? The law's the law, and so it was Tierra. It'll take Tierra to tell you how many times I said I was going to quit. I said I ain't doing this.
It was a rough process.
It was a rough process.
It was a rough process for me because I'm like almost done with school and I'm trying to get do my work and stuff, and I really want to finish because I never really accomplished nothing in my past. You know what I mean? So this is huge for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not just the set aside, but just finishing the school period. Because when I graduate with honors too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So it's I think it's divine timing because if I would have graduated with my class, I wouldn't have walked across the stage. I had the opportunity to walk
because
across
of
the
COVID.
stage because of COVID. And I got opportunity to walk across the stage now. You
That's
know what I
great,
mean?
man.
Right.
Hey, did you hear the boy say he graduated with honors?
That's right.
Here go another honors student right here, and here go another one right here. Yeah. So we're excited for Jeff and his future, and I just wanted him to come in tonight and make sure that we were able to honor him and give him some love for his efforts. You get it, and then also for you to see for yourself what hard work does for your life.
Right.
Yeah, we can't always be a victim.
Right.
I'm just gonna wait for all the amen tonight.
Yeah.
You can't always wait around. I'm a victim. You see what they did to me?
Right.
Man, shut up.
Victor.
Right. What you gonna do for yourself?
Yeah.
Shaq, all this happened in the course of 3 years. I got clean in 2018.
Right.
So all this happened.
Yeah. And how he did that, he had about 4 years of darkness. And I could relate to that. Where 4 years where you're just out there. But when he came back, it was over. Get it? And fortunately now Jeff is going to be able to graduate. We here at POP are glad that we could assist him, and we just gonna charge a couple of dollars for that chicken, But no, give him some more love. Give him some more love. Anybody want to say something quick to Jeff? Go ahead.
I just got a question. So when is there any felons that they will bar you from getting inside?
Yeah, like violent crimes and like robberies and stuff like that. Anything that has a victim attached to it, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? If it's something like a threat or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Terrorist, I'm not sure how that goes, but if it's something that's harming a person, they're not going to go because it's you dealing with vulnerable adults. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I mean? But on the same token, if it's not too violent or it's not, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure it can be up for a set aside. But from the way you know what I'm saying, from how I've been fighting for my little stuff, you know what I'm saying, it's I don't know how that would look like. You know what I'm saying? If it's like a misdemeanor or something like that, I'm sure, yeah. But if it's like a violent crime, I don't think so.
No, I just finally, because I came home in February 2018 after going about 24 years. I came home and I just started doing what I needed to do, working, struggle, and stuff. But one of the things I wanted to do was get life insurance. Right. And I was never able to do it. It was always on my background.
Yeah.
However, I kept going. So what I did was, I wasn't looking for life insurance anymore. I wanted to get a better rate on my car insurance. So I went to this exchange. And going on this exchange.
You did on the insurance
life
exchange.
insurance.
Okay.
So going on this exchange to get better car insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So I get some better car insurance. I had to go and meet the guy to finalize it last Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting down with the guy and he's trying to sell me life insurance. So I said, man, I can't get it. I got a record.
Right.
I don't got turned down by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get life insurance. He said, listen, man, you want life insurance? I said, yeah. He said, what was it specifically they said you couldn't get life? I said, put him on parole. And he's like, yeah, I don't need anything. I tell you what. Long story short, I have life insurance now. I have better car insurance and my apartment is insured.
Right.
Everything, right?
Right.
And it'll be finalized Friday when they come out and take my blood and my urine sample. So
Right. Give him some love.
man,
Okay, but now you need to bring that person to the table because of the life insurance piece. I got 3 people right now in this group who have been turned down,
Brother
who've
Shane,
been turned down for
that's what I do for work.
Will,
life insurance.
I'm a financial.
because I knew.
But wait one second.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a financial advisor.
So, but are you with, what's your company?
Equitable advisor.
Okay, so what was the company's name that little brother was with? You know, little Manny. Yeah, Primerica. And you know, they are right, but they wouldn't sell him. Will couldn't get no life insurance. So brother right here, I'm sorry, I can't call your name again. Richie Rich over here, he's selling it. And this guy you got, let's get that into the table. So next week we could just pass that information to everybody. Because they were turning us down. And you know what? I didn't jump on that with both feet because there's so much other stuff and, you know, this and that. But that, man, we can't be turned down for no, yeah. Because your criminal record and, you know, la-di-da, you know, you're feeling like you're a high risk because you've committed a crime and somebody might want to come and, you know, huh?
I got life insurance in my credit union.
What credit union?
Win.
Yeah, you got a credit union? Don't
Yeah, connected.
you? Did they have it?
They do, but I never tried it.
You never tried it, yeah. I'm gonna go to Lee Vu's point about set aside. Ask that question again, what you asked Jeffrey.
I asked Jeffrey, what felony would bar any person from getting a set aside?
Okay, so the set aside, there really is, there's no crime that bars you. Now DHS, like they did him, DHS can reject it. And when DHS rejects it, they kick it to the Minnesota State Court of Appeals. And what they say is, if you want to go any further with this discussion, you're gonna have to discuss it with the Minnesota State Court of Appeals. At the Minnesota State Court of Appeals, you have the opportunity to prove, regardless of your crime, competent evidence of rehabilitation. But now this dude had here a book of stuff. There's a book, there's a book of accomplishments here that he got. He's the student of the month over here at the MCTC and la-di-da. I mean, he put in some work. But and I mean, if you don't have the work, we're not even gonna mess with it. But if you have that work, and we isolated them 4 years of darkness. Anybody in here ever been in 4 years of darkness? Raise your hand. So we isolated that and then made that separate from him. That's true. We're not saying that's not true, but here I am today, and here's the evidence that proves that I'm worthy. And then they have to rule on it. So no crime is off the board. You get it? It's just that you have to go ahead and prove your case. Right. Go ahead.
I want to know what is 4 years.
Yeah, speak up, sir.
What is 4 years? 4 years of darkness. What is that?
4 years of darkness is just when some of us, just get out into the world, and then you get out in that world and you're drinking and doing other things. It gets dark. That's the 4 years of darkness. And so for him, it was isolated to 4 years. For me, it was maybe 18 or 20 years, So 4 years was like just visiting, but he got it together and got out of it. Man, I can't tell you how huge this is. I want you to think for a minute. This is Negroes fighting back. Up here, we saying, wait a minute, hold it. We ain't taking all of that. Yes, I can. We're not victims, and we have to raise ourselves up and present our case, whatever that is. Whatever that is, you got to present your case. First, you have to present a case to yourself. Will you believe that you are worthy of a new life? Yeah. If you believe that, if you can buy into that, you can get somebody else to go along with you. I'll wait for the amens to die.
Yeah.
And it after coming out of that darkness, it takes a minute for you to believe in yourself. But once you get that, Jeff, we're proud of you here. We expect big things from you, man. This, you can't look up here just rest on this, but you have other things that you're supposed to accomplish. I have high expectations of you because I see your leadership ability, but you have to use it. What good is potential if you don't do nothing with it? Yeah.
So what I'm doing now too is I'm hosting Recovery Coach Academy.
That's right.
So I'm doing that like next week. The class.
Explain a little bit about what it is.
Recovery coaches are is non-clinical peer-to-peer coaching. It's just like a person, just like pretty much like here. You know what I mean? Like it's not clinical. It's like peer-to-peer, and it's coaching people in their recovery.
Sure.
And it's they made it into a position.
All right.
So it's you can get certified. Like you can take the training, which I'm providing. I partnered up with Minnesota Recovery Connection. They facilitate it, but I'm hosting it. And you can get a certificate to be a recovery coach. You can even take the board, the state board of certification, and become a certified peer recovery specialist. They have people posted or working in the hospitals like ERs and stuff like that for people who overdose, and they can sit there and tell them their life story or how they. It's the only occupation where you have to be pretty much in recovery.
Yeah.
You have to be an ex-addict or a person who experienced addiction or something like that, or even or an ally. You know what I mean? You can be an ally also. It's a person who haven't experienced addiction but went through it like within a household, or we want to help and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily that is based on you being in recovery,
right?
But it's the only job that you pretty much qualify for being an ex-addict. That makes you qualified.
No, I mean that's good. Right. My sister was trying to get that before but couldn't get it, but maybe she can get it now or something like this here.
Open back up now.
Now that's something, but this is different. His thing is different than what she was. He got his own thing now.
Yeah.
But look at what I'm gonna keep us moving here for a second. The little bro, I'm gonna just quick jump back because we're on the life insurance piece, and Rich right here, he's a guest. I don't know him. Wayne just brought him or something like this here, but we just gonna up here just give him a couple minutes to talk about what it is you do.
Yeah, so I'm at Wayne. I do financial work with guys like you guys at Freedom Works. So I help them develop a financial program. As you know, a lot of it,
thank you,
coming back to relapsing to where your old life is. I need money.
Yeah.
You need to do another deal. You need to do whatever. So I really focus on trying to help guys not have to go back. How to use your budget right. How to get a bank account set up. How to get investments set up. And I work with a lot of guys like yourself with the life insurance, like you're saying. Our company, we work with, I think, over 3 dozen insurance companies. So 35 of them rejects you, and one accepts you, then you get the life insurance.
Right.
So we can really be versatile. My dad has a bad drinking problem. I haven't seen him for over a decade. I'm originally from Liberia. I came over here during the Civil War, and he was deported because of that addiction and committed a felony. So I kind of have a heart for guys in this situation, and just getting guys back to a place where they can be financially stable. This has kind of been my specialty.
Wow. Give my hand for that, man. Yeah. We all got a story, man. You know what I mean? And that touches my heart. I'm gonna just tell you real quick. And while in prison, I have 3 guys I can just think of right off the bat who were just great students, getting it in. But at the end of the day, immigration came and got them, shot them off. You know what I mean? I ain't seen them no more. 2 from LIB and 1 from South America. Well, why don't you, maybe think about coming on one Tuesday and we'll give you some time to just kind of lay out. You hear the life insurance piece is a piece for us. So if you can come with that as a kind of a focus at least. And the idea of that is, let me just explain to you that You know, the scripture says a wise man plans for his children's children. Well, then, so the question is not what you're supposed to do. The question is, am I wise enough to do it? Right? If you have a bucket, it's got a hole in it. No matter how much water you pour in, the water will always leak. In a minute, the bucket will be empty. That's how we are with our money, especially for those of us who come from the street and from the darkness, because what we're used to is the hustle, the grind, getting that grind on. So, you know, it takes a while for you to change from street life dollars to work life dollars. Because when you first get your check, you be thinking, I spend all of this up because I'm gonna hit another lick, but you didn't already hit all your licks. You hit them more licks, right? And so it just takes a while. I did this for a long time. Man, I was about some years. I kept spending up on my whole check. I was like, man, I got it, and I was making a lot of money. You know, it's like, how come I ain't got no money? It's like, because I keep thinking, for one, let me just say this to you. I want to tell you this. For one, I had a shopping addiction. I'm gonna wait for all the amens to die down. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that I had a shopping addiction. But see, so in my former life, I shopped at my leisure.
Right.
So then when I got to this new life, you know, I was like, and plus I had to have a different wardrobe. Now I'm fashion conscious.
Right.
So I had to have a different wardrobe for the new role. Yeah, because I still wasn't into it with my wholeness, but I was playing a role till I could figure out what I was supposed to be doing so I could hold on when I got there.
Right.
Huh? Yeah. And so look here, I messed around there. I had all the attire of a professional. You get it? I had the business. Yes, I had business. Yes. Yeah. But look here, everybody else was investing their money. They're doing all this other whatchamajigger. I was getting broker than church house money. And all of a sudden, man, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, Negro, what are you doing? You're making all this money. It's at this time, I was making maybe 51 or 52,000. This is like a long time ago, maybe 20 years ago. It was a lot of money, right? So I said, okay, this is how I got to that. My stepfather, he told me, he said, Shane, whenever you get your first money, I went back to my street thinking, and it got me over. Watch this. He said, you take $100, stash it. Now, how much of it they paid you? That's paid. Your bills come out of there, everything comes out of there. But this $100 bill, that goes nowhere. So I just started doing 100. I got paid every 2 weeks. 100. I went up for a year. 100. I went for another year. 100. I look up now, I got more money here than I got in my pocket. Then I could start thinking about, okay, now how can I get that money to work while I'm asleep? So, because the only wealthy person is a person whose money is working all the time, not just for the 8 hours that you was going. I'm trying to help somebody. Mm-hmm. Now, little brother Rich say he got some stuff. We'll see, you know. But this is how I got out, Jeff, of that, you know, that pickle, you know, that box, the environmental box. You all remember that. So then where I couldn't see the money, but it didn't mean I didn't have the money, and I was addicted. I had to see the money. Show me some money right now. Here go, here. What you got? Where is it? Somebody say, show me the money. Hey, that was real to me. You know, that was real to me. And if you couldn't, you know, speaking of show me the money, see there's 50 right here. This brother got his driver's license. Give him a hand. Give me a hand. Yeah. Now this brother got his driver's license. That brother took him to Furbo to get that brother a hand. Yeah. Go ahead, let's say something about it.
Man. Speaking like I don't even believe it's real. It's been so long without him. Over 23 years.
Yeah.
I lost him in 98.
98.
2 decades went past. And son.
Right.
And,
Oh, let me get
wasn't
it.
expected to get him, even having an opportunity to get him until November.
Right. Because that's
And
when
the
they
pop
say.
guys, said we can make something happen.
Right.
And they did, and some encouragement, few threats. I got a pass. And I'm on my driver's license.
Man, come on, man. Number one way for you to go to jail or prison in Minnesota is a failed traffic stop. That's why we give them money, because it's worth it for us to see you legal. And even if you get pulled over, you like, okay, right? Here I got what you need. This is where the problem comes. When we interact with police, let me get this right. When we interact with police and we don't have our act together, say I don't have my act together. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. The brother who won the state representative from St. Paul, he won it on the strength of the young man who got shot down by the police right over there in St. Paul. You know who I'm talking about, Philando. The brother John Thompson, listen at this. John Thompson in St. Paul, he's driving with no license plate and he got pulled over. When he got pulled over, he gave a Wisconsin, this is a state representative from Minnesota, who gave a Wisconsin license and the license was expired. And they gave him a ticket. They let him go. Man, this, and I really like this guy. This dude started talking about racial profiling and I'm a victim. Somebody said I'm a victim.
Victim.
Man, the police said, oh, really? They went and pulled all his record. He got all this, some domestic violence stuff and la-di-da. Now the governor done called for his resignation and all of these things. His world come tumbling down because, he just couldn't say, you know what, I made a mistake. Somebody say I made a mistake. Anybody in here ever made a mistake?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but if you can't admit it, right, then suddenly it becomes compounded. Now they're asking for him to step down. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't hear none of the people from his neighborhood asking. And if the people from your neighborhood, they don't ask, then don't step down. But he has put himself in a position of isolation, whether he remains in the job or not, just because he couldn't say, you know what, I apologize. I made a mistake and I'm gonna get my license straight and I'm gonna handle this. Thank you. That's all that took. No, with a Wisconsin expired. They didn't arrest him. They didn't pull his car. They didn't do none of that. Yeah, right. Yes, sir. I take care of that. And he made.
Minnesota, when he got pulled over, he said, I am Minnesota State Representative John.
Man. Right.
When he's in his regular clothes, fitted hat, black t-shirt,
But and so and regardless, the dress, I mean, he just clowned himself out. And this is something we should learn from that. You get what I'm saying? This is why for a driver's license or a permit, $50 for a permit, $50 for a driver's license, because it's worth it to us to invest in you so that you don't hurt yourself by going out here and pretending that you can drive legally. And you can't.
I gotta add too that,
Go ahead.
Lonnie, Lonnie, like real inspiring and also, he's gonna drive you, not drive like in literally drive, but I'm talking about drive you, push you in a direction and ask you questions. Why wouldn't you get it? Why not? I mean, what are you doing?
Right.
This is all you gotta do.
Right.
And then just getting out and jumping on his right away and making it happen.
Right.
Showed me that it was possible because he was in a situation a lot like mine. I had trouble in other states.
Yeah.
And because that was like a big deal for me. Like my license, I just thought that was just like a mountain that couldn't climb.
Right.
But seeing him do his and accomplish it was like he was really the only guy that I think come out and get there is outside that one guy that just got here a couple months ago.
Right.
That you paid him down there. But yeah, that's what you do. I ain't want to leave you out either from.
You know, but that's good. Give Lonnie some dap and give that.
Great moral in that story. Also,
What was the moral, Curtis?
know when to leave Will enough alone.
Mm.
You know, they wasn't taking him in, wasn't gonna arrest him, you know, and all he had to do was just be quiet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that victim, you know, that I'm a victim.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if I come on, man, shut up. You ain't got no license plate, man. You know, shut up. You know, speaking of something else, Will is on, Jim Reason is on, Esau is on. Y'all hearing what we're talking about. We're glad to have you and we love you. And I think Calvin might be, I don't know if he's on or not. Wayne.
Yeah, I'm on. Don't leave me out.
Look at Calvin's on. Pop guy on 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Cal, we miss you,
Hey.
boy. And we heard you got a church girl. And what did you do with that girl, boy?
Man, I'm still working on it. She's still
Working on
trying to
it.
see about
Give him a little
She
dab.
she don't want me to be finished, so she's just holding on to me.
All right. Hey, Cal, man, we was missing you, man. You know, we was missing you, and it's just good to hear your voice. I'm sitting here with Mr. Curtis Harris, the Godfather of Soul, and then Isaac Kabuka Brown. Look what I got to tell y'all. Isaac Kabuka Brown drove up in front of the pop building in a big white Lincoln Continental, man, one of them stretch type ones, and it triple white. And wait a minute, now he ain't been to group now in maybe 7 months. But Kabuka went to the car lot and got fresh. And wait a minute, hey Will, where's the first place this Negro wants to come to with his fresh Lincoln Continental? He pulled up in front of here, turned the flashes on and everything, and blocking traffic, you know, in Isaac fashion. I was glad to see that brother, man. I was glad to see that brother. But I just want to make people aware, you know, Will had gotten that motorcycle accident. You guys know that, and broke his ankle really severely. But you know, we've been looking after Will, and his wife is working. His wife to be is working, and she got a big time job and way out somewhere. And Will can't drive yet. So you know, when he got his appointments, you know, we got to figure out how to, you know, juggle our schedules so that we can get him where he got to go. Because we are the help that we have been waiting for.
We've been waiting for.
Nobody else is coming.
Nobody else is coming.
Now, if you can believe that, if you can buy into that and believe it, right? It's gold. It's gold. See, when you're here, it makes us stronger. Without you, we're just a little weaker than we would have been if you were here. That's right. When you're here, you bring something to the body. I'm gonna show you something. So look right here. Look right here. You can hardly see this, but this is Chris and his wife at the first Father's Day event. The thing was so powerful. It was about 75 or 80 of us there. Fathers, wives, girlfriends, children, and grandchildren. Yeah. And I'm realizing here we done started a whole whatchamajigga, and I didn't even realize this, Melly, because now we done went intergenerationally, and here go Esau. Esau, you look. This is me. You are on point two. That's you and your wife and your daughter right there on the wall. You made the wall of fame, Negro. You're a bad man. And, just look, Ananias. That's Ananias and his wife, Miss Cheryl, and my sister. Here go Donald Amos and his wife, right? You want to talk, and Will was the cook. Will and Baba was the chefs out there burning side by side. Here's Baba, here's Will. They cooking up the food, man. You know what I'm saying? This was some amazing stuff we was doing. And so Esau's wife, she said, you know, she Hispanic sister, she said she loved it because it was so multicultural. Feel good. You know what I mean? Because we diverse, man. We can go, we can fly with that. We ain't trying to be like who other people were. We're better than that. Yeah. Somebody say I'm better than that.
Better than that.
So anyway, here goes me and Manny, my son. We going to pick Will up today to take him to physical therapy, his first physical therapy appointment. And so now Will got a scooter. Now, you know, he's a motorcycle rider, but now they done relegated him to a little bitty scooter, right? Hey, wait a minute.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
Rich, you figure out how to break the scooter down, fit it in my Mercedes. Mercedes don't have the biggest trunk. It's big, but not the biggest. I think I can fit him in there. I need the whole back seat for Will. I got Will, the crutches, and the little bitty scooter all up in the car. And we going on down the highway. You know, we'll live in, you know, Egypt over there. And we drove to Egypt, took him where he got to go. And Will came out of that, therapy. He said, Pop, you know what? They did some exercises, and man, Pop, my ankle feeling better. I feel better right now. You said, I'm on the road now, Pop. I'm on the road. I said, yeah, okay. We get to his house. Will got a new bike. Not that little scooter I got in my car. Look, candy apple red. He just waiting for the boot to come off so he can jump on that bike again, you know. He's telling me, remember, he used to tell me, oh, Pop, come on, let's go riding. I was saying, not me. Now you know why I said that. But Will got a beautiful bike, and, you know, brands look like new money. And he got to his appointment while his wife got to work and everything, and we made the family work. If you don't say nothing, some of us in here, we hold our stuff inside. I'm technically like that. Look at me when I'm talking to you. I'm trying to tell you something important. Most of the times in my darkness, I was an independent operator. In my darkness, so I'm not looking for no other people because I don't trust nobody. I have trust issues. I still got them. Right. And so in order for me to become somebody different, I have to let some of that creature go.
Yeah.
Because a closed mouth cannot be fed. And I didn't completely understand that before. I thought they was talking about some kind of a wine and stuff. I realized now it's not that. But if you don't share what's bothering you, your joy and pain, you can't get the benefit of what the group is about in the first place. You'll be sitting here and you'll feel like you're getting it, but it's compartmentalized. You're not getting it in fullness. I'm talking so good, boy. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about right there. Huh? Yeah, I feel something today. And as if you compartmentalize the information, it can only give you a healing in one particular location. But if you open up your heart, oh, wait a minute. If your heart is open, then you can receive it in its fullness, giving and receiving in the fullness, the way that it was intended. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Say that.
somebody done jumped on. Who was that down there? Sherrod? Sherrod, what's going on, man?
I'm all right.
Good to see you.
I've been here.
You looking good.
Thank you. You too, Pop. You too.
You all right?
Yeah, it's been cool. Just been busy, man. You know, trying to learn these machines and stuff. Got some more machines in, trying to learn them and get the bottle shop up and running.
This is Sherrod right here making them t-shirts. Our new t-shirts is made by Sherrod. And
I tried.
give him a pop down 3, 1, 2, 3.
Pop down.
Yeah, we're just checking on you. So tonight, I want to say, Sherrod, and to everybody that's online and everybody here, we got a lifer son who's coming up for parole. His name is Otha Townsend. Anybody know Otha?
Yep.
Remember Otha?
Oh yeah.
And Otha and Otha and whatchamajigga rolled together. Tommy. Tommy got his son right in the penitentiary with him.
Yeah, Tommy Atkins.
Tommy Atkins, Tommy Atkins Sr. they kind of roll together. And so Tommy, Otha's coming up for parole on the September the 13th. So he asking for some support from the organization. He's a pop guy, and we're gonna give him some support, and up here try to look out for him a little bit. So real quick, I want you to go to the Acts of Faith today. Somebody is gonna read real loud. Go ahead. Leave who got it.
Someone was hurt before you,
Mm-hmm.
long before you,
My God.
hungry before you,
Mm.
frightened before you, beat, humiliate before you, rape before you. Yet someone survived. Maya and Angelo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, read the whole thing.
What do you do when it seems as if people want to stay in their pain? They have a story to tell, and they tell you every chance they get. It may get to the point that they become so entrenched in their pain that they stop looking for a way out. Well, believe it or not, they may like where they are. Our job is to lead them there. You can point the way out of pain, but you cannot force them to get out.
Sis, you gotta stop now.
You support the move beyond their limitation, but you cannot make the move. Movement requires learning from painful experience by recognizing the role we have played. If you continually tell the story, you continually tell the story without drawing a conclusion, we become the victim of the drama of the pain. You can do anything you choose to do. Reflection. Have you ever had to confront the pain of professional victims?
Mm.
What do you do? What do you learn? Acts of faith.
Professional victim.
Ayala Vance.
Yeah, Ayala Van Zandt. Hold up. Give that reading I had. I know Richard could reflect on that. Man, I didn't read that. Now that just fits where we was at, but I didn't even read that. So I'm gonna have Richard. Richard got to get out of here. So Richard, quickly give everybody a script on your work of the rental work in St. Paul, just so everybody's familiar.
Yeah. So some years ago I started a agency, right? And it was all around housing. So recently I got some well, actually I didn't. Last year I started getting into rental assistance programs, and it's been really working out.
Right.
So we had a Hennepin County rental assistance last year. We got that going again this year. But recently I got a contract with Ramsey County to do the same thing. So it's a Ramsey County Pacific Rental Assistance Program. And what that means is right now they have Rent Helping Men, which is the state assistance rental assistance program for people who have leased up. But we have one specifically for Ramsey County residents. And this is really important because they have 9 million specifically for Ramsey County, and you don't have to go through that large pool of people for the entire state. You know, there's 87 counties in this state. So it's a whole lot easier to get through an application and that whole process going with one county instead of all of them. So I do have some information. I can leave some of it. That's why I have to leave early, honestly. You know, it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot because you're worried about, thousands of people's lives overnight. So it's crazy.
Wow.
I'm so appreciative. But yeah, we have a great rental assistance program. There's about 800 million in the state program. There's 9 million in the Ramsey County that we're exposed to. When the program first opened up with Hennepin County, we got our pop guys in early, so they didn't have to wait months and months and months to get approval. The ones who waited they're kicking themselves now for waiting, but the ones who got on it right away, they're good.
They got paid.
They got their money. Yeah. So we're rolling. So if anyone needs rental assistance program and rental assistance help in Hennepin County or Ramsey County, we got you.
So so if you don't know Richard's number, hit Wayne. Wayne can give you the number, but this is a big thing. I mean, it's a huge thing. And matter of fact, I'm just gonna tell you, Chris Burke was struggling now. Chris rents at the Pop House, and I really don't take no program. Nothing. You're supposed to go to work. Get up and go to work. Yeah. But Chris been doing a good job, and you might want to holler at. So go the reading. Take the reading.
Hey, can I talk about? Oh yeah, Richard's gonna go ahead.
Oh, go ahead and read.
Okay.
It's a hot reading, boy. This is what we talked about earlier in the group, and then the thing is about that.
I know so many professional victims.
So come on, man.
And it's like family, right? It's like, and I don't understand family because it's like I was gone for 24 months. Years, 24 years. Now, Stillwater and Minneapolis is like 20 minutes.
Right.
20 minutes.
Hmm.
Okay?
20 minutes.
And I get to see you all of like 3 times for 24 years. So when I come home and now you invite me over for dinner when I say I don't have no time like that. You want to get an attitude with me? Huh? You kidding me? And it's like, it's not that I'm like, I don't want to have nothing to do with you, nothing like that. But it's like, when you had the opportunity to experience the change with me, to learn who I was and to watch what I've become, and take the opportunity to do that, don't invite me to a place and then you want to talk about old stuff that I'm not even interested in no more.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when that thing happens, I'm thinking to myself like, wow, you guys are kind of stuck in like a era of what was, what used to be, what I remember, how it used to be. Oh, I wish we can go back there. I can't do that. I don't have time for it. You know what I mean? So it's like, reading this and they talk about professional victims, it's like, that's what that sounds like to me.
And that's good. I hear some pain in your part though. That the hurt from all them years and not seeing or hearing from the people at the time. I hear that.
It is. Because you want to know why specifically, really?
Larry, you gotta go?
No, yeah, I have to go. But what I want to tell you is that I helped a young man get out of the jailhouse. He's renting a room at my house, and he's on his way here now.
Okay.
So
you go give Larry some love. Ann and I, we're gonna get with that. Rich, go ahead. We're coming right back here.
See, this made me think about, we use the I statement a lot, and I'm gonna use the I statement best I can. But this really made me think about, brothers that we get out with, and man, they like really turning into haters, right? Like, we got out on the same, like my pro's been tough. I've been violated for stuff like that. Like my pro has not been easy.
Right.
But you get folks that get out and it's the why me thing, man. And it's the constant victimization, and it's I can't get a house because I got a background. I can't get a job because I got a background. I can't do nothing because I got a background, right? And that's just not true. It's just not true. It's wild. It's a simple excuse, right? I'm reading this. I was really thinking about that, man. I was like, it's sad, man, because we got brothers in the struggle right now, man, that just don't want to do nothing, right? They just want to play that victim card and ride that soapbox, man.
Right.
And they're going to get to an age where they realize it just don't work. And they're not there yet. They're not there yet. And they think that's still a valid excuse why they can't do whatever they're trying to do.
Right.
And it's sad, man, because there's so much potential. And I'm talking these cats were in the joint doing phenomenal stuff, exceptional stuff, holding it down for their organizations, you know what I'm saying? Right. Excelling in sports, going to these educational programs. But now I see them out here and I'm like, bro, what?
Right.
Why are you homeless? Why are you not working? Why are you out here in the streets like this? And it's always, man. So that's what I was thinking about when I was reading this. And that's why I'm trying to use I statements, but I don't have a lot of time for that. I'm going to be told, I don't got time for excuses, man. You got one life to live, and it don't matter when the time is over, it's over, no matter what you do or don't do, man. So if you don't take it like serious, like right now, every single day, you're going to wake up one day, it's going to be over.
Right.
So I just don't have a lot of time.
Well, I call that no game. Somebody say no game.
No game.
No, but I love what you're saying. And so, but let me show you something before you run and leave. I'm gonna show you this real quick. Watch this. Because look, what's in prison that's not here. This is what he's talking about. Why was you this in prison, but now you that? It's because the structure of the penitentiary offers a parentalness that many of us never had. Even though it was the prison, we're resentful of the prison, but we secretly liked the structure. And then within the structure, we're able to perform. Now, when we come to the community, the structure is gone and we lose our place. We go back to that spot where we were blunted at before we went to the penitentiary in the first place. And the victimization becomes internalized. Say internalized victimization.
Internalized victimization.
It's like when you say, man, all the guys, man, them guys, you know, and you know, sometimes it's true, but a lot of times it's that internalized piece. You get what I mean? And so when some guys come home, they're unable to pass through the door of confluence where the stream still runs smoothly for you. It was smooth under the structure, but now it's not smooth anymore. Here's why. You don't isolate from subtractors. You don't get yourself away from dividers. You're not developing your relationships with adders. You don't have any multipliers. If those things are true for you, the back door is still open. I'll wait for all the amens to die down. And so to Richard's point, and you know, and so of last year, I realized that POP group, it had to change a little bit, and we had to get stricter. This no games philosophy was our motto for this year. No games. Stop lying and playing all these games. What is all that lying about? You know what I'm saying? And so if we can't get to that point, we're gonna have problems. But if you got rental issues or you have family members who have it, Richard's passing out some information right there.
Right.
So we got it. Wayne, can you get them?
Get out with Rich.
Hey,
Yeah.
Get out with Rich.
that's the help we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Right, that's right.
Don't just bring me 10, you know, whatever. And so somebody else who got something. Go ahead.
I'll tell.
Wait, hold up. Will, you go, and then Chris, you go. Go ahead, Will.
First I want to say, man, I hope everybody take advantage with what Rich got going on. Lord knows, if I could, I would. I'm just not in an apartment type deal, and I'm blessed in my own right. But if I was, I definitely, man, I would have called Rich a long time ago. The second day he got going with that program, I would have linked it to him. But Pops, man, I had went through some years ago, man, and I decided, man, I'm not gonna be feeling sorry for myself, man. It's such a burden, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and for me to think that my pain, that what's going on with me is worse than anything else that's going on. I mean, it's billions of people in the world. And here I am thinking that what's going on with me is worse than all of it. How can I come from up under that? You know what I mean? That's just too much. You know what I'm saying? That's just too much. And man, the best thing I've ever did was to not feel sorry and for myself. When I was sitting in the hospital, I looked at Aketia and I said, I was smiling. I said, you know what, baby? I said, look, I ain't got no scratches on me nowhere. The only thing that happened was I broke my ankle. That was it. Now, she looked at me like I was crazy because, in her mind, that's enough. You know what I mean? But, but I was really thankful, because, hey, man, it could have got a lot worse than that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, rejoicing in the fact that, I was well, you know,
Yeah.
alive and well.
Yeah, right.
And you know,
Yeah.
we'll continue to make progress if we just, you know, focus on what's right, because we it's so much easier to build on what's going right
Right.
than to struggle with and become complacent with what's wrong.
No, that's good. Man. Yeah, come on. That's good. It's dawning on me. We got to get here. We got this ice cream and cake sitting here. Y'all online, we want to give you some, but I haven't learned how to do that yet. But you know what? The way technology is going, it's probably a couple of years away where we could beam you some over there. But
We ain't there yet, Pops. We ain't there yet.
I know, man. But for Millie Freeman right here, this is Millie right here for y'all. Millie has just come on. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Just share with the group a little bit about yourself, however, whatever you want to say. Anything you want to say. If you want to. Mm-hmm.
My name is Millie Freeman. I'm a Liberian.
Can't hear, Pop.
Okay.
And I once lived in, my family is in Brooklyn Center.
Can you, yeah, just so they can hear you. Yeah. That's all right. That's right. All right.
And I went to prison for something somebody said that I did. I touched her somewhere inappropriately. I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another story. And I'm out now, just coming, just fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy for being in your midst. And honestly, I must say, this is not a mistake that I'm here. I like what you do in here. And I think through this program, I will have a lot of help, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, whatever lay it may be. And so I want to thank you again for accepting me in the home. I'm in the home there, in one of the homes on James Street, 2009. And that young man over there, Tier, have been a great help for me. Like when you come from out, personally, I don't have my driver license expired because I was there to say I was going to jail for I don't know how long, but it ended up 2.5 years. And we thank God for that. And he has been helping me to get my driver's license. And then I have to do some paperwork with immigration, which we put in the mail today. And through that paper, once immigration receives it, they're going to send back the feedback that we have received this paper. And then that paper, the letter they're going to give me in return, that's what I'm going to use to do my driver's license. Yeah, so right now, I can drive, I can do nothing, but Tia has been a very great help. He has taken me everywhere I went. And I want to say thank you, Brother Tia, for being so good.
Amen. Come on. Give it Wait a minute, Millie, I'm gonna hold you right there. Give this brother a hand for coming home. So the ice cream and cake is for everybody when you first come home. And so, sis, can you help out right there? Slide the cake over there to sis, and then we'll put a little piece of cake on the plate and a little ice cream on the plate. Do we have a spoon? Is there a spoon there? Right here. So, Rich, man, I'm sorry you gotta go. I love you, man. Love you. Kid, man, but keep doing what you're doing. Man, we proud of you, boy. So proud of you. Love you, man. Love you. All right, see you. All right. Hey, look at Wayne. Done put some cake up there on the screen. Look, Wayne done beamed them some. Look what Wayne did. He beamed them some cake, man. He took a message. You know what I mean? Wayne, that was pretty good, man. And that cake you got look a little bit better than ours, man. Beam us another one. Okay, and so a couple quick things while we're getting some ice cream and cake. We're happy for Mr. Millie Freeman to be here, and anything that we can do to help him. Tierra has been immensely helpful. And let me just say about that, immigration we're not afraid to work with immigration for those people who have the issue. Now, we haven't had a person with immigration issues for a long time, but you know, immigration is just a system. Say a system. For a system to be broken, you need to navigate it.
Right.
And so Tierra is up here becoming a navigator of the immigration system, so Melly can get what he need to get and go on and do what he need to do, right? Somebody say pop guy on 3, 1, 2, 3. Pop guy! Yeah. And so I want to for us to have a little ice cream and cake real quick, and anybody go ahead. You was next. Go ahead.
I just want to say, like
Lonnie, you next after that.
when you say, I guess it's about basically leaving people in their pain, right? So then you got the family aspect, like what you was doing, like what you did went out the way for the pop family for Willie, and then but leaving them in their pain. So I go back to like when Richard just left, but like what he said with my son. When my son came up here 5 months ago, he was in a lot of pain and we was going there, and I was like, boy, we tripping.
Yeah.
Richard said, no matter what you do, keep him close.
Right.
Keep him close. And he said, he didn't say let him go.
Right.
He said to keep him close.
Right.
So he tried to, and keeping them close, he ran off, but then he came back. Remember I told you about he came back.
Oh, yeah.
When he came back, he threw every argument up to stay, to be able to stand in his pain. To say, yeah. But calm and easy, I'm knocking them down, knocking down all the arguments.
Yeah.
Knocking down all the arguments. Make a long story short, you know, by the end, he was at the Father's Day event with us,
right.
You know.
And he had a blast.
And had a blast and loving it. But the transition that was coming before that, because he was like, man, I think I'm going to go hit the pop meeting on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Between talking to you, when you come through to get cuts, saying what's up to TS, seeing a couple other little pop guys.
Right.
It started knocking down his thing.
And
then, but the point I'm making is, you know, he made the transformation where he got his stuff together and, you know, moved out the house, moved to his own apartment out in Janesville, Wisconsin, bought him a car and all that, right?
Yeah.
But the moral for what I'm talking about now is it's so different when you say our job is to leave them there. And that comes hard when they maybe not be a subtractor, they might be lost.
Yes. No,
It
that's
might not be a divider and they might be lost.
great point. Great point. Give him some depth for that.
Yeah.
That's a great point. And so the cutoff is not harsh like that, you know, but it's gradual. When you know you give them some love, you pull it, you know, step back. You give some love and step back. What the point is that you don't allow it to pull you back into your own yesterday. Yeah. Tia, you got something? Lonnie, I'm coming to you.
First off, congratulations, Chris. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing.
Move this one.
And I couldn't be more excited.
Over here. Thank you.
As some of y'all know, I'm still in a custody. I don't even know if battle is the word. But it's a war with my son's mother, man.
Come on, sis, put another one out there.
And man, you know, it's tough. It's getting, I don't even know if nasty is the word.
Right.
But man, you know, and people say to me all the time, they like, I don't know how you do it, man.
Right.
How do you not just flip out and wild out and really just act a complete fool?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm human.
Come on, sis.
I have emotions, and I do get mad, and in my head, I do flip out. In my head, I be lying to you. I'm not no monk or no Buddha or something. I goes off in my head.
Wow.
But you know, I can't be a victim. It's to a point sometimes I don't even like talking about what's going on with myself. You know, but there's anybody that knows me knows I don't hide what's going on with me. It is what it is. It's not always gonna be like this. So, you know, but I just can't allow whatever's going on with me to turn me into a victim.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
I can't.
Wow.
I don't have that in my body. And it's a crutch. When I was younger, oh, my dad left me, so now that gives me an excuse to shoot somebody.
Right.
I shot somebody because I ain't got no dad.
Right.
No, I shot somebody because I shot somebody.
Right.
It ain't nothing to do with my dad. You know, that's just the long and short of it.
You made a decision.
I made a decision, I made a choice, and now I gotta live with the choice. But it was a convenient crutch. You know, and like he was saying, like, who has time for that? The world is gonna keep spinning, life is gonna keep going on. And you know, there's no time to be a victim.
Right.
Oh,
whoa.
And I'm getting married August 9th.
Give him a hand.
Oh, wow. And hey, I want all of y'all there.
Right.
Whoever's not there,
Where's
disrespect.
where's
I'm
there?
gonna tell you.
Okay.
Whoever's not there, no disrespect. I'm punching you in.
Whoa! Hey, don't talk to me like that, Tien. I'm here.
Where is it gonna be?
At Dakota County Courthouse.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry.
You gonna call it?
Don't be scared. Y'all ain't got no warrants.
That they know
Or
about.
do you? I ain't got no warrants. You know?
That's beautiful. Right.
Yeah, if you got warrants, don't come.
So Dakota County, you know they don't play over there. Lonnie started shaking his head quick. He said, I remember the last time I was over there.
Dakota County roach smoke.
They rough. Yeah, they rough over there.
Oh, yeah.
They sang.
I'll send y'all all the little.
Well, you should have. But ain't we gonna have a reception though?
Yeah. And then I forgot. So and then that weekend we're having a reception at Shane's house.
Yeah. So, that's where you're gonna get punched if you don't come. But we,
You don't show up at a wedding.
Yeah,
You don't want to get punched.
Mr. Wayne is gonna give us make a map and all that kind of stuff. And y'all will know. Y'all will know what we got to do and how we gonna do it. But I think also you're the 9th, and Esau, when is your wedding?
August 21st.
August 21st, so that's the 21st, and also Montez is in August too.
It's the 14th, August 14th.
August 14th is Montez, so we got 3 pop weddings in August. That's a beautiful thing, man. Come on.
Hey, y'all gonna make me come back to Minnesota yet, huh?
Yeah. You better come on back, huh? Cal, don't let them trick you. Don't do it.
Well, all 3 of my pop guys getting married. I got to show up for one of them.
I know that's right.
And bring that jambalaya with you.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm learning how to get that cooked too.
Well, come on with it. But somebody jump back to this topic. Anybody got something?
I want that
Lonnie.
spot.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. When we used to work the projects and stuff together, at the beginning of some of them, I wound up in that St. Cloud room where they bring the guys in. They tell them how they're going to evaluate them to see where they're going to send them first.
Yes.
And but the St. Cloud was sort of like a holding zone for many, and they had a board or some stuff written on the board before you remember Joe Fred Cove? Me and Joe Fred Cove got a chance to talk to them guys. Joe was known for like overkill speech, but I just kept it to a minimum. But I was reading, I take in what's ever around me, and it said on the board, "Be careful what you think,
Say it,
discuss."
hey, James, say it loud so everybody can hear
Okay, it said, "Be careful what you think, discuss, and do," because that's the usual sequence. In our lives, we can choose to think that we are the victims, act like a victim, or say that we're a victim and become the prolific victim instead of the opposite. We have to change, how we think about ourselves, how we talk about ourselves, and what we do for and with ourselves and others, as far as being subtracted, divided, or added, or multiplied.
That's good.
And this all makes a difference once you start going the right path of adding and multiplying instead of subtracting and dividing, and being a winner instead of a victim. Then that becomes the predominant premise that and foundation we stand on. And once you really start multiplying all that, it eliminates the loser victim status altogether, because it takes the front stage of what we're thinking, saying, and doing. There's no room for the rest of the stuff, because it starts multiplying and multiplying, and other stuff, the loser victim stuff, gets kicked out the back door. That's no longer even on the stage. So that's what I want to say about it. We have a stake and some action and some prompts to live up to when all this comes to our doorstep that make a huge difference. It just doesn't automatically happen. You have to take the right thinking, the right speaking about it, and the right doing about it, because that's what makes the difference. And that's what I want to say. Thank you.
I was just reading it, right, and three questions, and then the last part, it said, you can do anything you choose to do. Then the reflection says, have you ever had to confront the pain of a professional victim? So I'm sitting there, I'm gonna answer the question, yeah. A professional victim was me. What did I do to confront him? I told him, let go of the past, stop holding on to something I can't change. And that was my problem. I wanted to change how I had grew up, because I had been locked up majority of my life. I had created these resentments against my parents. I really didn't like men in authority. Women didn't really care much about them because I had pimps and hustlers in my family. So a lot of the stuff that was happening in my life, like got molested when I was 12 by a man and 2-3 women. So I use all of that as my victim stance.
Right.
And I use that. My mom didn't help me. My dad didn't help me. Y'all didn't help me. I don't give a, just going crazy in my victim stance mode. So what I did was finally let go, because I was holding on to it so much. I had got used to, that was my lifestyle. Right. If I didn't act like that, then I wasn't learning.
Right.
If I didn't say, man, you ain't gonna, oh man, you bogus, man, you got all that money, you ain't gonna let me hold $100. You know I need it. Help me get some food, help me pay the bill, help me put some gas in my car, but I'm supposed to be a drug dealer. I'm supposed to be selling drugs on the side, using my own drugs. So I'm victimized. I'm just being a victim for and everything I did. So I just let go of the past. I had to let that go. I had to let the resentments go. And then what did I learn? What I learned was that I can be somebody, and I can choose, make my own choices, and do anything I choose to do.
Right.
So I started making different choices.
This is in prison.
In prison, going to college. I went to college. I went to all the self-help classes, and I stayed in the house for 9 years, and I just did all the positive stuff, like the brother was just saying. I just kept putting the positive stuff in my life, so the victim stand dude was gone. And what I couldn't say, oh man, you wrong, because it didn't make sense no more to me to act like the victim. So I just wanted to answer those questions. That's what it was for me. I was a professional victim.
You know, when I've heard Lonnie's testimony before, but every time I do, it still shakes me. And I still a little bit, I'm just telling you the truth, I still am a little bit concerned about him, because the The difference in that structure, penitentiary structure, and it's parental. Don't be mad.
Right.
Some of the things your parents should have offered, but didn't, the prison offers structurally. But then when you get released back into the world, you gotta understand, you are the PO, you are the police, you are the person, you're the structure. Yeah. And we are subconsciously in that victim state looking for somebody else to pre-structure my behavior and protect me against myself. And so what happens is that you're not taking the full responsibility, manning all the way up and taking full responsibility, giving yourself structure, right? You can't have a job and don't call or don't show. That's street. Somebody say street. Street. You can't do that. Everybody's dependent on the fact that you do your role. That's a part of humanity in the way this thing moves. Say move. Move. And flow. Say flow. Flow. Now, if you're going to be out of the flow, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to be responsible and say, hey, you know what? I ain't going to make it. Does anybody hear me in here? Yeah. Watch this. Ain't nothing wrong with everybody got a little, you got to take a step back, but you have a responsibility. I'm only giving you that as an example of you continuing to wait. You will lay there in bed waiting and like, look, I ain't going today because I'm feeling that old kind of way right now. And I don't care what you think. Well, when you get up and your job is gone, then you have to say, was that worth it? I'm using that as a small example to make his larger point. And that is accountability is not on the system's job. It's on you. Being accountable is on you. Lazarus being accountable is Lazarus' responsibility. You're the parent. The one you've been looking for. You found him. Yeah. It's you. In the mirror. Yeah. and so to that extent, we have to really, that's tough love right there. But we got to man up a little bit and get it. Jeff, you got to talk. Talk up so they can hear you too.
What I've been taught, man, a lot of my mentors taught that that my futures don't care about my feelings. I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's if you want it, you go get it, no matter how you feel. You know what I'm saying? They taught me to show up. You know what I'm saying? Show up every day, no matter how I feel. When I don't feel like doing that, that's the best time to do it. And they said, some people said that you only a victim one time. After that, you become a volunteer.
Yeah. Come on. I love that. Come on, I love that.
You know what I mean? You can dwell on everything, because I myself was a professional victim. The world owes me everything. You know what I'm saying? The world owed me this. The world, you know what I'm saying? My mom ain't treat me right. All this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have no family. You know what I mean? I grew up on the streets. I used everything as an excuse for not doing what I supposed to do, or what I wanted to do, or chase my dreams. Man. Was, you know what I'm saying? And when somebody told me that you're a victim one time, after that you become a volunteer. Right. You know what I'm saying? You become a volunteer and a victim to your emotions. Or how you feel.
Ooh, you too strong, bro. You too strong. Hold up.
It's and that's what it is. Sometimes you just got to show up. You don't feel like twisting that doorknob, but you got to make yourself do it, because your future don't give a f about your feelings. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's all it is.
No, that's good. Give him something. I'm gonna bring Corey in, and then Mr. Mack here. Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, I appreciate everything y'all said tonight, man. To go off of this, what we read, man, I want to relate with you, Lonnie, about me victimizing myself and me also playing that victim role. I found myself doing that recently because I had got out of prison, and I will admit that I wasn't as serious I was serious. I said all this in prison when I was in prison. Like, man, I'm gonna get it, you know. And
That's
then
structure.
I get out and I see the playground. And I see kids, come play, come on, you know what I'm saying? Come outside. And I went outside and I stayed in the playground a little bit too long, you know, and I ended up slipping. And so then I found myself with the people that I was surrounding myself with was quickly within 2 weeks of me being that was quickly draining me and taking me back when I had a foundation and I had a place where I can grow, and I was choosing to go backwards to a place where it was keeping me stuck. And to realize that, man, and it was my own people, my own brothers and sisters and mothers and it was damn people, you know. And this past weekend, I had to have a deep conversation with all of them. And we sat around my mother's dinner table. And, you know, my sister made a comment. She said, "Oh, Corey, you think you better than that." Because I wasn't indulging. And that and it brought up a conversation. And I had to say, you know what? I will appreciate that if y'all ain't on what I'm on, and y'all ain't striving for what I'm striving for, please do not call me, because your number from this point is gonna be black. Except for you, mama. I love you. You know what I'm saying? But I can't, because I know myself and I know my weakness, man. And I no longer want to continue to put myself in that victim role. You know,
That's deep, man.
but that's myself holding myself accountable to y'all brothers, because I need y'all. I need y'all. You know what I'm saying? So is there anybody who want to help me practice for this tail test? You know what I'm saying? Get my license, man.
Right.
I recently finished this past weekend, so anybody out there,
Because they put a cone in front of it.
they
You
put
know,
a cone in front
played
of
a trick on it. It was a dirty
They
trick.
cheated, man. So, you know.
But give him a little hand for what he's saying. But what I'm wanting for Corey to do is realize his potential and not allow potential foods to steal everything that he has given to him, because he's an intelligent man. But you have to use it. It's one thing to have potential, and there's another thing to put it to work. I like what Powell said. Victim one time, and active participant after that. But look, we got to Angelo Mack is sitting back here quiet. He done took it all in, and he getting ready to drop on us right now. So without further ado, go ahead.
All right. Actually, I appreciate it. This one here, it opened up a lot of past thoughts. And as y'all reading, I'm looking at the book he's reading, Tony. And you know, and now, see, the power of now. So for me, in my experiences, when I was last locked up, and you know, I was in treatment, right? And all the guys would have a fit, because you know what? I always found the most inopportunity time to ask a question.
I promise you did.
But the thing about that, I was learning. See, because Pop said it, he said here and said that, you know, a closed mouth don't get fed. So at the last moment, that question popped up. I asked that question. That was another piece to my puzzle put together. See, because what I had learned like this very thing, say someone was hurt before me.
Yeah.
Someone was an addict before me.
Yes.
Someone was homeless before me, right? So in my thinking, I'm thinking, don't nobody understand that all these things that's happening to me is original. But the truth is, it wasn't original. I think King Solomon said that. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So somebody understands what I'm going through. Somebody understands what we going through. But I, full of pride and all that, wouldn't ask. I got this. I don't trust nobody with my problem. That's what I did a lot of times. So being locked up. And it was books somewhat similar to this here. Eckhart Tolle. Some of them books, I can't remember them now, but I remember bits of the information. And one of the bits of the information was about being now, right? So I had to learn how to say I am. And every time I learned how to say I am, I learned that when I looked up the word am, it meant in the dictionary, it meant present. And so when I say I am, all I'm saying is I'm present. And when I say I'm present, I'm saying I'm okay right now. Because if I'm present, I can't go back. I'm not yesterday. I'm not in my past. If I say now I am, I can't be concentrating on something that ain't happened yet. So that kept me in a cool place. That kept me in a cool place. So I say things because the truth is, man, everything that I had experienced up until this point, when I say I am, hey man, from that point, I'm better than the worst things I ever done.
That's exactly right.
So when I say I am, I took that message and I've learned from it. So now that, so I understand that the things that I experienced up to now is not meant to break me, but to make me a better man.
That's
bring
good.
me into my excellence.
That's good.
That's
good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I like that comment. That situations and problems are not there to destroy you, but to force you to become better than you were. That's going to have to happen tonight for the Phoenix Suns because because the Phoenix Suns are in trouble tonight, and you know they're going to Milwaukee. The fans are going to be very crazy. I'm going to pick Milwaukee to win it because of the fans. They ain't had no championships on the basketball court since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. His name was Lou Alcindor. So they out there crazy, man. I think if they're gonna throw some stuff, if the Bucks lose, it's gonna be violent. I'm just saying, people crazy. They get jacked up, they juiced up over there. They better go on and give the Bucks the game tonight. You know, otherwise, if the Suns want to get back on the plane, it could be ugly. It's been great basketball. I don't know if y'all are paying attention to it, but it's really been great basketball because neither of the teams are big market. And it's good to see one of these smaller market teams get to the pinnacle. This is what we want to do. We're trying to get to our individual pinnacle. I don't play basketball. I'm a pop guy, and I do this. Now, in this, what I do right here, I'm one of the best. I'm just telling you the truth. Now, you can get a whole, you know what I mean? You can get a whole, yeah. You can, there's a whole bunch of people that claim that will say, I'm like, hey, I don't have to, I'm my man. But if you want to get a set aside, come on now, quit playing. Somebody say stop playing. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Because did everybody get in tonight? Bria, you didn't get in. So what you got?
Well,
Okay. Terrence, I'm coming right back to you.
sometimes I feel that maybe the way I start talking about something in my life, at the beginning, the way I say it makes others shame, brother, and others. Before I can get out what I'm saying, the beginning of what I'm saying makes me sound like I'm going to be a victim. But I'm not. I'm just, I get excited and then I sound whiny, but it really is just something that I'm trying to ask. It's just the way I'm saying it is not you know, cuts off what I really want to happen, you know. So then I get into my solitude. Well, I don't need nothing from nobody. I can got this. You know what I'm saying? I've been down that road. I got out of dangerous situations than this just because my knee hurt. You know, don't get to calling people and whining. You know, so sometimes I sit up in my house and I'm in pain. But I thank the Lord that I have a place to be where I don't have to, people don't have to see me go through it. I can go through it with God. You know, so yeah, but I have been a whiny person in my life. You know, I'm talking about not when I was out there doing what I was doing, but when I was home with my mom and my dad, I was very spoiled and very whiny, you know, and sometimes that comes up and I'm not realizing it, and before I know it, my brother said, "Since you're not the victim, then hang up." You know, and I was like, well, I wasn't trying to be the victim. I was just trying to tell you something, but you know, yeah. So sometimes it's the way you present what you're saying from the beginning. You know, you can say 2 words and it sounds like you're getting ready to be a victim. But yeah.
Give us some love. That's my sis right there, you know, she's working the program, you know what I mean? You know, I'm gonna cut her neck out, you know. I'm sorry. Hey, no whining. But you know, I try to do better. And you know, she's making a lot of progress. And
one thing with that is, if you don't mind, it's like she said, she may start off sounding like she know in her head she's not one, but sounding like one got the other person trying to help, and that's not what she needed or what she's looking for.
No, you're right.
You know, and then because I do that and get told, you know, why don't you just, you know, I'm like, well, why you sounding like a victim? I'm trying to save you.
Yeah, just like that. Well, you know, no, and you know, give us some that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Cause see now, look, his wife came into the conversation. She ain't even here. You know, but go ahead, Terrence. What you got? That was excellent.
You sound like a victim.
Right.
that was epic, man. That was epic.
Right.
Well, when I'll say when I am faced with someone who have become very comfortable with the victim position, I give them a very small amount of time. I listen to them. For the sake of trying to help out, obviously, you know, that's the reason. But I'm also checking self as I'm hearing what I'm hearing, because, you know, God knows that in my past I've had a victim inside, and you know, I don't need anyone else's victimhood for their position to place themselves to connect to my victim, and now we both victims in a pool that doesn't even exist. But yeah, grace is what I offer to myself as well. You know, yes, I've been hurt before. Other people have been too, as the reading said. You know, patience. It's like I can easily brush people off. I'm really good at it. You know, to be honest. Like I can hear you and not hear you. And at the same time, I can looking at me walking towards me, and I can walk right past you, like cold-blooded. I can see you calling and not answering. You know, I can look you in your face, hear a whole story, say a couple words, and cut you clean off. I can do that. But I'm trying to be patient within self. I need grace. I need someone to be patient with me when I come to them with what I have going on.
Right.
Yeah.
But make no mistake, if you come to me, I'm gonna be patient with you, but you ain't gonna hear me tell you that being a victim is okay, because it's not. You're not a victim. You know, I appreciate what you said, Brother Angelo Mack,
about I am. It calls everything that self is to the present moment.
Right.
I am. Yesterday doesn't matter. I am.
Wow, that's good.
Right. I appreciate that.
You know, and I just want to say, Terrence he's growing a little bit, and for me, everybody can't see it, so I'm making a personal observation, but just appreciate being a witness for your personal growth. It's a beautiful thing to witness, and I appreciate it. Laz is getting there. We're making some strides. We're trying to get where we got to go, and that's all we're saying is we got to keep on working. Putting work in is what we do. He didn't talk about this, but Lonnie is re-enrolled in school. Now Lonnie was an amazing college student under structure, but his work was first class. And Lonnie is now putting himself back in the college role. What's good about that for Lonnie is that it takes you into another realm of some different people who are thinking different, moving different, and got some different places they want to go, right? And a lot of times you need to recreate an environment and interject yourself into the environment so that what's in that environment can begin to feed you and grow you. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what is getting ready to take place with him. Even if he only take one class, I know his mind will be hungry. And once that hunger comes over him again, like it did before, then he gonna want to eat. You see what I mean? And I give him some love. I'm back in school. Laz, what you got?
Yeah.
Can you see Laz?
As far as the professional victim, I think I could get an Academy Award in that one. Well, I'm telling you, I know how to turn that up. Plus, I'm a poet too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can really make you feel what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? And then due to what was happening with the George Floyd situation and seeing how he could, hearing how people talk about turn your pain into power, and it's easy to. And then plus, if there's some trauma along with it. You know what I'm saying? If there's some truth within it too, so
That's
it ain't
gasoline.
if there's some truth in the bottom of the pudding, it really can go somewhere.
Right.
But what I realized was all I'm really doing in being a professional victim and using words to do it is re-traumatizing myself.
That's exactly right.
I'm putting myself in a dark place, and eventually, if it get too dark, ain't gonna be no light. I'm gonna be in a abyss or dead, pretty much. That's where I was heading. I was heading to death. I got shot at, 12 times. Like I was walking with the Reaper. You know what I'm saying? Begging them, come kill me. Here I go. Shoot me. In federal whatever, you jigging, you get it. But now I'm realizing that it's up to me to make the decision to do better for myself.
Right.
The system is what it is. They got their thingamajigger, but I got my thingamajigger.
That's right.
What it is I'm finna do
right.
to boss up. Man.
Yeah, that's it.
Man,
Come on. Yeah.
One thing I can say that you said about the new environment, being in a new environment, I've noticed a change in my thinking being where I work at with them dudes over there at Minneapolis Refuse Inc. I'm noticing a change in just, working hard wasn't my thing. Like for me, it was always, it gotta be easy. If it ain't easy, it don't make no sense. But this job I got now, I'm talking about 5:45 in the morning out that door at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you walking miles. I'm talking about and then there's this one brother, he got an attitude when you dragging your feet.
Right.
He a go-getter, like a real go-getter.
Yeah.
So it's like, there might be a day where my whole back, my whole side hurt because they really get after it.
Yeah.
They whole mindset, like the president of the company is a millionaire but he still get on the back of the trash truck.
That's my man right there.
He still get on the back of the truck. Named Charlie. He still get back on the back of the trash truck, tipping carts.
Right.
So I've got acculturated I'm in this environment. I was acculturated to a new thought process.
Yeah.
I have the power to change my thinking.
Yeah.
Nothing political.
Yeah.
I have the power to change my destiny.
Wow.
I have the power to have a new thought. I have the power to speak a new destiny. I have the power to accept that, hey, I am somebody.
That's
I am lovable. I'm valuable.
I
have that.
Right.
This helps shift the mindset. But with that job, physical, it's practical. Like I got to get up every day at 4:45 in the morning and get to it.
And they depending on you. You're a part of the team, and everybody's got to pull their weight. But brother, that's the most important thing you ever said out of your mouth in group, man. I mean, you just getting there, man. But you got to get after it. That's beautiful, bro. Take it. Yeah. Take a while. Hold up. Lee Boo ain't said nothing, so we gotta get Boo in there.
My name is Lee Boo. I'm a pop guy.
Pop guy.
I've been with Brother Shane for quite a while, going like 10,
11 years, right?
And I got out like about 4.5 months, almost 5 months now, and my whole struggle is not really like the structure. It's funny because in prison, I have a routine in there. Like, I make my bed, I do my laundry, clean my trash, and these habits still carry me when I come out. When I, at home I'm cleaning, taking out the trash, not my trash, but all the trash. And but my main struggle is with my family. I have to I've been away for so long, like 18 years I've been down, so I have to they're not the same. Like I can't, my brother is not my little brother now. He's a grown man, got family, kids, so I had to reestablish a new relationship. So right now I'm working, trying to figure out who my family are again, trying to, connect with them again. Yeah. And it's not like, it's not hard, but it's like, it's some work to do, I missed out on a lot, so I had to, and that's the reason why I was, not coming to group, because I had to go to, family gathering, trying to, get back, with the family and know who is who. But everything is good, I work in the target field right now.
Give him a little hand.
I'll be sneaking watching the game sometimes.
It's a free baseball, man. Come on.
No, but it's an experience. I've never been in the target field, and it's a new experience to me, and I'm just happy to be out there, enjoying life. I'm only working there, because I like Corey, I failed my driving test this this week.
Okay, well, I'm not
because I forgot to merge when I make a left. I forgot to merge, and that's an automatic disqualification.
You just hit some people. Man.
So, but other than that, I'm doing really good. Doing really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Lee Boo, man, the guru. We've been rolling for some years. The professor, Maurice Graham. September 22nd, he coming out. Yes, sir. So some of our longtime pop guys coming out. I'm gonna leave the closing right here to the Godfather of Soul, Mr. Curtis Harris. But Curtis, you may have to remove your mask so that people can hear you good.
I'll just make it sweet and short. My conviction is that tomorrow only belongs to the man who's prepared for it. My question to me is, how prepared am I?
Wow, that was good.
Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Wait. You may want to hit us with an old R&B song. I don't know. Maybe if you're feeling like that, you can hit us,
Well, if I have an R&B song, it's for that pretty lady over there.
Sing it. Go ahead and sing it.
Girl, loving you's a habit I can't break.
Oh, my God.
I fall Part if you're not here when I come today.
Yeah. Yeah, hold up. Hey, boy, that's my sister. Stop that, man. Hey, but look. Hey, Curtis can go, man. So if I say this, I've got sunshine
on a cloudy day.
When it's cold outside,
I got the month of May.
Well, I guess you stay. What can make me feel this way? It's oh yeah, come on, let's go. We gotta get out of here now.
Hey man, I love y'all, man. I appreciate being able to be online with y'all, man. And God bless each and every one of you brothers, man.
It's a very good. Wait a little bit, just 2 minutes.
Yes, right.
Did you hear me, Pop?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, sir.
We have been blessed by God. If it were not for the law, we wouldn't be here today. Some of us who have been killed. Maybe some of us went to prison because God wanted to save us. We have somebody who have been praying for us along the line. Maybe our mothers, our fathers, our brothers. And here we are today. We have life that we can breathe. There are many people in the hospital who never been to jail, but they cannot even speak. But here we are today. And we're going to leave this good environment with everything we have said. So let us give God the praise. Let us pray. And I volunteer to pray for the group before we leave this, before we just disperse.
We're gonna do that.
Amen.
And first, we're gonna pledge out like we always do. Then we're gonna give to Melly. You gotta go bathroom. We're gonna give to Melly a word so he can get us out of here. Wayne, are you in or what's happening? This is how we do it right here. I will. Family values. With my goals. I will. Exercise wisdom. What I choose to eat. Read, and do. I will. Strive to make all relationships. Win-win. Or no deal. I will. Under every circumstance. Maintain a positive attitude. I will. Enjoy my life. Sense of humor. And keep my sense of humor. While taking advantage of my opportunities. Learning from my misfortunes. I will act upon circumstances. Rather than have them act upon me. I will. On a daily basis. My goals. Be proactive with my goals. I will. Always. My God-given wisdom. My health and my happiness. I will. Stay principle centered. And maintain a positive circle of influence. I will. Daily learn. Commit. And do. I will. Act according to the POP Leadership Institute. Be a productive member of my community. And my private life. Go ahead.
All right.
Hold on.
In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Amen. In Jesus' name. Spirit of the living God, you have heard. The wisdom of the living God, we have heard. We just want to thank you. For this. We want to thank you for Brother Price and his family, oh God. We just want to thank you for everyone that is in this room, even those who were to come and did not come. We pray in the mighty name of Jesus that you will visit them, oh God. We pray surrounding everything, my God. Give her a new idea.
Thank you, Lord.
A new governor, God, so that when we get out there, our lives will never be the same. We know you have done the impossible. It is our duty, Father, to walk that path circumspectly with you, to walk with you, that when people see us, your name will be glorified. So, Father, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, every brother or sister that is here, under the sign of my voice, oh God, let your anointing fall on them, oh God, to change, to give us a new mindset, oh God.
for the future, oh God.
Mm.
There are some
Yes.
already you have blessed to walk into their destiny. Father, we pray that you open new doors unto them, my God. Every hindrance, the hindrances that are there, we come against it in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Father, we just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
We just want to say thank
Thank
you.
you, Lord.
We want to say
Thank you, Lord.
for healing us.
Thank you, Lord.
Day by day, for allowing us, oh God, to see another day. We know tomorrow is a new day, but we say we are your handmaid. My God, you have given us food to eat. You have given us water to drink, for we are your handmaid. So, Father, as we leave this place, Lord, we are not leaving your sight, but we are living with your glory. We are living with your blessing, your anointing, God, that will give a new direction, that whatever we do, my God, shall bring glory to your name. We thank you for prosperity, my God, and we just honor you, Father, in the name of Jesus. We bless
In the name of
you in Jesus'
Amen.
name. Amen.
Amen. Give us some love. That's Millie.